being here this morning. We are here today, right here at the barn at the Nassau Coliseum, to announce another significant step forward to advance plans for the Nassau Hub. It's an exciting time here. We were just here on Tuesday night where the Islanders won, so they keep winning inside, and because of the changes that are going to be happening outside, it's going to be even more exciting and more dynamic here. Today, we formally announce the Nassau Hub Community Benefits Advisory Committee, consisting of 15 appointed community leaders and representatives, many of whom are here today. The committee is being co-chaired by Dorothy Gooseby, who is the senior councilwoman for the town of Hempstead, and Kevin Law, president of the Long Island Association, which is the island's largest business association. We could not ask for a better duo to lead this important effort, given the implications of this project for our local communities and the entire region. I want to thank you both for agreeing to serve and for your commitment to the Hub project. Thank you. The formation of this committee is another great step towards transforming this area, this sea of cement, into high-paying jobs, diverse housing options for our residents that we desperately need, an exciting entertainment and tourism destination for all to enjoy with great public spaces and amenities. We are on track to turn the Hub from a symbol of inaction and stagnation into a centerpiece for redevelopment. Investing in the Hub means investing in our local communities. It is vital that our residents reap tangible benefits from this game-changing project that transform acres, scores of acres of pavement surrounding this Coliseum. With this new committee in place, we will engage community stakeholders and identify the real needs of surrounding neighborhoods to ensure meaningful investments are made for our residents. Bringing the community into this process through this committee is going to ensure that this development is inclusive and beneficial, not just for this site, but for the surrounding communities and for all of Long Island. This project will be built in a way to enhance the community, not at the expense of the community. I'm excited to get to work with our community and to finally see the potential of this site come to life. The advisory committee is tasked with informing, recommending, and advising on the Nassau Hub Community Benefits Plan, including identifying how best to allocate funding and the total value of benefits. The benefits plan will be designed to maximize impact for areas in and around the Nassau Hub development by collaborating with local governments and civic and nonprofit organizations to address the following: veterans, at-risk youth, and other vulnerable populations, local hiring and MWBE participation, job training and job creation, integration of local businesses and supporting local entrepreneurs, youth programs, environment and sustainability, the Uniondale School District, mobility and connectivity, and of course, local first responders getting in and out. This advisory committee and community benefits plan are part of the development plan agreement between the county and the development team of BSE Global and RXR Realty. And I know that we have representatives from both BSE and RXR here, so if you just raise your hand and say hello, thank you for being here. I would like to acknowledge the team members who are present with us today on the board. So we have our Hempstead Town Supervisor, Laura Gillen. We have county legislators, Sheila Bino and Tom McKevitt. The Mayor of Hempstead Village, Don Ryan. We've also got some who are not here, which they're in the press release. We have other appointed members are Pearl Jacobs, who is from the Nostrand Garden Civic Association. We have Janine Maynard. Yes, thank you very much. Janine Maynard from GWAC, the Greater Uniondale Area Coalition. We have Uniondale Community Land Trust Board President Paul Gibson here as well. We have Town Deputy, I want to get your title right, Rebecca. Hempstead Town Supervisor, Deputy Chief of Staff, Rebecca Sinclair. And we have my Economic Development Deputy County Executive, Evelyn Simmis. Is there anyone? Yep, we got them. Yep. Anyone that I'm missing? All right, great. I'm very, very happy to have the developers and executives with a Long Island track record of success led by Scott Reckler and Brett Yormark leading this effort, and I am confident they will get the work done. I want to thank the legislature for embracing this model and the development plan agreement with unanimous bipartisan support. That is a big deal, and I'm very grateful to the legislature for that. The agreement states, okay, so this is sort of where the devil is in the details. The agreement states that for every square foot of built-out space at the hub, the developers will commit $1 toward community benefit initiatives. This is expected to result in about somewhere between $60 and $75 million for the surrounding areas, namely Uniondale, Hempstead, Mineola, and East Meadow. The committee is just one part of the DPA, the Development Plan Agreement, which has all the elements for this project to be a success. We have a top-notch, motivated development team, meaningful engagement with the community, and we have a commitment for a labor agreement. And of course, we have the zoning in place. The DPA also calls for regular community forums and quarterly reports to the county legislature on the project's progress. It will be steady, and it will be consistent, and it will be transparent. The development team is currently engaging in a listening tour, meeting with dozens of community leaders, civic organizations, and chambers of commerce and business groups who will be part of this process. The advisory committee will engage additional additional community stakeholders to address workforce development, youth and education, environment and sustainability, transportation and infrastructure, and business development and economic growth, because that is what this is about. It is about bringing jobs, it's about bringing housing, growing the tax base, and growing our economy. So I want to thank, they can't be with us today, but I want to thank the presiding officer of the legislature, Rich Nicolello, who is serving on the board, and Minority Leader Kavan Abrahams. I want to thank Laura Gillen, Town of Hempstead Council Member Aaron King Sweeney for their support to move this project forward, and for appointing and putting together a dedicated committee. When government works, we all win. When we work as one and share one vision, we really can do great things. On that note, I would like to introduce our co-chair, Dorothy Gooseby, Senior Councilwoman from the Town of Hempstead.
Good morning, everyone. And thank you very much for that wonderful address that you just made. I think most of what I have to say is you've said it already. But what I can say is I'm very, very happy to have the opportunity to work with people who are on the same link. This is most important to me, and certainly having the entire community involved so that one person is not making decisions. All of us will probably have some differences, but as long as we come together with those, we are just fine. So I thank you all, and we're off to a good start, and it's most important that we get this done. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Ms. Gooseby's co-chair, Kevin Law from the LIA.
Thank you, Laura. Very happy to be here. I've been involved with trying to get something done here at the Hub for about 15 years, and I've never been more excited. I really feel like now is the time that something great is finally going to happen here. So very happy to play a small role here. It's tough to get big projects done on Long Island. First, you need a private investment, and so very thankful for BSE Global and Brett Yormark and Scott Reckler and RXR for committing the private investment, because most of this development is going to be private investment. It's attracted the support from Governor Cuomo, so there's been some state grants that have been made available here as well. Then it takes leadership, and Laura Curran has shown tremendous leadership to bring this project as close as it is right now. And then that leadership then leads to the town and the collaboration with Laura Gillen, the supervisor, and my good friend Dorothy Gooseby, who I'm very proud to be co-chairing this committee with, and all the members of the Hempstead Town Board. So it's important to then have that collaboration. And then most important, it's important to get the buy-in from the community and to get the support from the community. And so I think this is a terrific idea to build that local support, and I look forward to working with Dorothy and all the members of the committee to come up with a great community benefits plan, because this project is happening, these dollars will get generated, and the community will benefit. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kevin. It is my pleasure to introduce Town of Hempstead Supervisor Laura Gillen.
It is really a great day today as we move forward on this important milestone, kicking off our Community Advisory Committee for the Hub. I would like to thank all the people who we've enlisted to join this community for serving the Uniondale, East Meadow, Mineola, Garden City area and providing us the important feedback that we need as elected officials to really make sure that you're represented and that you're a part of this process. I'd like to thank our wonderful County Executive Laura Curran for her leadership, for her vision, and for finally pushing this forward, as well as the members of the Nassau County Legislature for embracing this vision and finally turning this sea of concrete into something that is going to serve all of us here in Nassau County so well. I'm sure under the leadership of Senior Councilwoman Dorothy Gooseby and Kevin Law, this Hub Advisory Panel will be very successful. And I'd like to also thank the development team for taking this important step and investing in the area that you're going to be developing and dedicating this time and this effort to really make sure you provide something meaningful to the members of the neighboring communities. Thank you. Thank you for your vision as well. So it's a great day here in Uniondale, and I look forward to moving forward and working with my colleagues in government to make sure that this project really moves forward and happens. So thanks, everybody.
I would now like to introduce the legislator who represents this land upon which we are standing, and that is Celia Bino.
Good morning. So I wanted to start out and say welcome to Legislative District 2, but Laura stole my thunder. I am very proud to be here today to start the very important work of ensuring that the neighboring communities are going to be the beneficiary of all of the investments that will come from the state and the local government to ensure that the hub is a real vital place for people to come and live, work, and play. This should be a place not only for those activities, but to welcome tourists to come into the New York metropolitan area. So I look forward to working very closely with BSE and Brett Yormick and this esteemed group of people who will be working tirelessly to ensure that the local community has their voice heard and their needs met. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, legislator. And a neighboring legislator, Tom McKevitt, will share a few words.
Thank you. And I'm literally a 5-minute walk to home from here. So I didn't walk today. It was a little bit colder for that. But listen, this is going to be a great, I think, community group to do a couple of things. Number one, the private development investment, which is needed for this area. But number two, to keep in mind, there are hundreds of thousands of residents who live around here as well, too. And this is an opportunity not for employment, but also go and help our youth, help our at-risk youth, employment, veterans groups. So this is really taking a globalistic approach, and not only for the investment for the future, but the investment in the communities. And I'm very anxious for us to all get started in this. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure to introduce the Village of Hempstead Mayor Don Ryan.
Thank you, Madam County Executive. Hempstead celebrated their 375th birthday last year in the Village of Hempstead. Now, I missed the first 300 years. Been here for the last 75, and I do recall growing up in what was the hub, the Village of Hempstead. We will loan you that name, but in return, we want to see an investment, too, from this project. We have a wonderful workforce in the Village of Hempstead, talented and available, who will obviously be applying for these jobs. So I'm excited about the opportunity to see our residents of the Village of Hempstead get job opportunities, and I want to see the entire county profit by this experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, thank you. We're happy to take any questions that you might have. Evelyn, I'm going to kick it over to you.
So,
Evelyn Simmons, who is Deputy County Executive for Economic Development.
So the development plan agreement set forth a 2-year process for a number of very important things to happen, including the establishment of this committee. But there's also the very hard work being done with the team at BSE RXR to focus first and foremost on the plan that needs to be submitted to Empire State Development for the funding for the parking, right? Because we need the parking structure before we can do anything else here. So that's critical, and that involves the transformational plan that we're developing. So we're working on that. We're working on the site plan and conceptual site plan for submission to the town of Hempstead. So there's a lot of piece parts, lots of moving parts. Hurdles, I think everything is going on track right now, and we're very, very excited for this step today and more to follow. Lots of news to come. Look, we're looking, there's a 2-year deadline in the development plan agreement. So with that, we need to focus on getting that part done first, and then the rest will follow from there. So it'll be a phased development, as you are aware. We're not going to do everything at once. There's a lot of acres, a lot of investment needs to be made, but we're starting with conceptual site plan and the transformational plan. So really, there's no time frame other than to say it all needs to get done tomorrow. So, we're doing the best we can.
Yeah, it's important to note, so we have the 24 months to put together the community benefits plan, the project labor agreement, and of course, the plan of the project. And it's also important to note that, thanks in large part to Kevin Law's efforts, we have significant state financial help. $85 million for the parking garage, $20 million for pedestrian bridges coming from Hofstra, from the community college, from RXR Plaza, and $20 million left over from another thing that we're going to get the benefit of here as well for this development. And that, the fact that the state is investing in this shows how viable and how real this is, finally. All right, thank you very much.
Water seeps through the air, drawing circles in the dirt. Sunshine breathing life in colors, calibrating temperature, growing roots from the center of the sphere, glowing green and air is clear, spinning clouds like wheels, weaving words like silk, locking stories in the air, frozen melodies everywhere, holding words from your lips. I don't disagree. I want